Keeping venomous reptiles is an unforgiving hobby, requiring proper training and lots of experience. One simple mistake can be the difference between life and death. Remember, the most venomous snake in the world is the one that just bit you. There are no venomous snakes with training wheels. Just because you see Viperkeeper handle snakes a certain way does not mean you should try it too.
Well, the smooth death adder, Acanthopus laevis from Papua New Guinea, was caudal luring. It decided, of course, since we got the camera to stop. I hate teasing it and it goes unrewarded because I don't have anything for it to eat, but nope, not even opening the door is causing it to caudal lure again. Oh, it's decided to resume caudal luring. A miracle. I'll let you keep filming while I do what we came into the room, and that was to feed the water cobras that only eat bass shiners, which is very annoying. Every other week I need to go off and get bass shiners.
Oh, it is wiggling that tail for all it's worth.
Well, this is sort of nice, but at the same time, it's not going to be rewarded for that behavior because I don't have any food right now. I have a bucket of bass shiners, although I imagine it would probably bite and eat it, but I'm saving those for the two picky feeder water cobras that I have. But that's what they do. They try to attract prey by using their tail as a make-believe worm or lizard or something like that, and it's usually placed quite close to the head so they can bite and hold anything that goes after the tail. And unfortunately in mainland Australia, when they caudal lure and a cane toad happens to be nearby, they bite the cane toad and it kills the death adder because cane toads have quite toxic glands on their skin. However, the death adders are sort of adapting. They're biting the cane toad and letting it run off or hop off to die. Then they let it sort of sit there for a little while and exude all of its toxin. And then they try to eat the cane toad, and they're becoming resistant to the cane toad toxin. But this again is mankind meddling in things that they shouldn't. The Australian government introduced the cane toad to control some pest in the sugarcane fields, and it backfired, and it's run rampant. It's out of control because it has no natural predators, and it's killing the native wildlife. So now it's sort of open season on cane toads, and has been for many years. If you see a cane toad, whether you like them or not, in Australia they just kill them. And I can understand that. I feel the same way about the invasive species in Florida. They don't belong here. They need to be eliminated on site. End of story. It's running out of gas. All right, that's it.
Weasel, you have such a bad habit of messing up your glass.
He does, doesn't he? Now Weasel didn't get to eat last week, so I don't know if he's going to be rather relaxed about this or not.
Nope.
Oh, we see a tail wagging even. Come on and get it, bud. You expended all your energy in that one shot, huh? There we go. Arr, 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 arr. The pit bull of the vipers. Mr. Weasel's getting quite old. I've had him since 2008 when he was a pup. Haven't been able to find him a female. You know, people don't like to keep cool vipers. They want silly monocle cobras and morphs and things like that. So these didn't often get imported because the importers and exporters couldn't find buyers for them. But you know, I really like old world vipers, therefore you know, I picked them up. I had others. I had these beautiful red ones in like 2009 or 10 that was going to breed with them, but unfortunately those died during the great paramyxo plague that decimated my collection and about that time. Unfortunately, Slinky was, it's not Slinky, Mr. Weasel was spared, but I lost probably 20 or 30 viperids, including lots of Bitis parviocula. That's why we're very careful on what we bring in, and everybody gets quarantined and nothing leaves the room and gets mixed in with other snakes. So we'll let him munch on his tidbit, and I think we have a water bowl that's clean down here, so we'll just get that later. Arr, 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 arr. He's like, no, you can't have it. I'm just chewing on it. What a silly snake.
God, he's gorgeous.
These are beautiful snakes. You definitely do not want to get bit by them because they'll give you, you know, a very bad coagulopathy. Your blood will be incoagulable. You'll lose quite a bit of tissue to necrosis. But yeah, these are beautiful. I've seen people, you know, run into them in the wild and photograph them in the range. There's even a medical report of some poor soul that managed, while going to the bathroom, squatting on one and getting bit in the genitalia by one.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's an ouch for sure. Yeah, the medical paper that I have in my collection showed quite a bit of necrosis to places where you don't want to have necrosis.
Here's Mr. Pointy Nose.
Okay. He's already slammed the hot glass where the heat lamp is. He's probably relatively safe to view. His cage is due for cleaning, but as you can imagine, he's a difficult customer to work with. You have to be really, really careful. Are you getting upset? You're giving me the stink eye. I can see that.
Yeah, he's backing up.
Yep.
As long as he holds on to the prey item, it shouldn't be too bad, but if he drops it, move!
I am moving very quickly. The hand is getting out of dodge very, very quickly. Again, these are from Taiwan and China and maybe northern Thailand. I don't exactly recall. These are called the infamous 100-pace snake, where a person bitten dies in 100 steps, essentially, trying to get the help. That's really not quite true. You could pass out and faint because they have powerful vasodilators, which basically drops your blood pressure, and you can no longer move because you're going to faint and you're going to fall on the ground. And if you survive the shock, you will get up and seek help, or hopefully you have somebody with you that can help you. Their venom is also very necrotizing. There's a story of a zookeeper here in the United States that got bit, and the next day the doctor came in and essentially poured the whole top of his hand where he was bitten into a gauze pad, exposing all the structures and tendons and ligaments of the hand. That was before the time of anti-venom, and also before, you know, they had extensive skin grafting experience. So the surgeons took him to the OR, opened up a hole in his abdomen and stuck his hand in there until the skin closed the wound, and then they cut his hand out of the abdomen, and you know, he managed to have reasonably good function of the hand, but it's something that you really don't want to experience. So we'll just shut this and let him do his thing. And Stenocistrodon acutus is the only species in the genus. They used to be lumped in with the Chistrodon, but they determined that it's not even related to a Chistrodon, so they created its own genus. 100-pace snake, or sharp-nosed pit viper.